Did you know that having no close friends can be as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? In fact, a study by the American Psychological Association found that loneliness can increase the risk of premature death by 26%. Loneliness is not just a problem for the elderly or those living in isolation. It's a growing epidemic among men of all ages, with 15% of men having no close friends at all. That's right, guys. 1 in 7 of us is flying solo, with no one to turn to in times of need. And imagine this, you're surrounded by people, but still, you feel like the loneliest guy in the room. And loneliness doesn't come from being alone. It comes from being disconnected, even in the middle of a crowd. And it doesn't stop there. You might be thinking, but I've got acquaintances, right? Well, research shows that having casual connections isn't enough. Without deep, meaningful friendships, we're left in the cold, mentally, emotionally, and even physically. It's no wonder loneliness is now being called an epidemic. But the good news? This can change today, and it starts with one simple shift. Stop being a loner. You don't need to transform overnight or have a million buddies. You just need to start connecting in ways that stick. The most powerful friendships aren't built in loud bars or over-forced conversations. The most meaningful bonds are forged in unexpected places, like shared struggles, passions, or those random deep conversations where you find common ground. It's about going beyond the surface and being vulnerable. We're going to break this down into practical steps. How to meet new people, how to turn casual interactions into lifelong friendships, and how to make those friendships thrive for decades. Let's face it, most guys don't wake up thinking, I need new friends. It's awkward, and honestly, where do you even start? The answer lies in joining communities, not just meeting random individuals. Gyms, clubs, sports leagues, online interest groups, these are goldmines for potential friendships because you're already aligned with people who share your interests. A powerful stat to remember, over 60% of men who join interest-based groups report increased social fulfillment within just 3 months. It's not about forcing yourself to meet people, but finding your tribe in spaces where connection happens naturally. But how do you turn those connections into something real? The trick is simple, but often overlooked. Initiate. Don't wait for others to make the first move. You be the one to suggest grabbing a coffee, watching a game, or doing something spontaneous. Studies show that friendships are 70% more likely to deepen when one person takes the initiative within the first 3 weeks. That's your window. Vulnerability also plays a role here. Don't just talk sports or weather. Dig a little deeper. The most valuable friendships are based on trust and emotional openness. World-class friendships don't just happen. They're built through shared experiences, trust, and consistency. You can call a world-class friendship at 3 a.m. knowing the other person will answer. These relationships require investing in time and effort. Studies suggest that it takes around 200 hours to develop a close friendship. Make time for these connections regularly. Set a monthly check-in or a tradition like watching the game every Sunday. When life gets busy, these rituals keep friendships alive. Hey, if you're finding value in this, take a moment to subscribe right now. We're all about giving practical, no-nonsense advice to level up every aspect of your life. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. By subscribing, you're joining a community of men who are committed to living life to the fullest, and that includes building incredible friendships. Maintaining friendships over the long haul is the real challenge. Life happens. People move, start families, or get busy with work. But here's the key: consistent effort. Don't wait for major events to catch up. Be the friend who checks in regularly, even if it's just a quick text or a 5-minute call. Research shows that men who actively maintain their friendships have 35% lower stress levels and increased life satisfaction. It's these small acts that cement a friendship for the long run. Every friendship will face conflicts. It's inevitable. But world-class friendships aren't built on avoiding conflict. They're built on resolving it. The best way to handle conflicts: honest communication. Talk things out, rather than letting them fester. Don't wait until it blows up. Research shows that friendships where conflicts are resolved quickly tend to last years longer than those where issues are avoided. Here's a bonus fact that'll blow your mind. You've met some cool guys. Men with strong social connections are 50% more likely to live longer than those without them. Friendships aren't just about fun and support. They're literally a lifeline. So by working on building and maintaining these friendships, you're not just enhancing your life, you're extending it. And here is another bonus fact. Did you know that having close friends can actually reduce your risk of dementia by 24%? That's right, guys. Having friends is good, not just for your mental health, but also for your brain health. So, what are you waiting for?